Hey, what's up YouTube? King James here. The AK-47 is pretty common ground loot. I find it and I'm generally disappointed when I have to use it. And it got me thinking, can I make an AK with a custom loadout actually work really well? I can, and I'm going to show you how. And just before I get into that, I want to say thank you to everybody who's recently subbed to the channel. I appreciate that love and support, guys. And if you haven't subbed to the channel and hit that like button, consider doing so because it really does help small content creators like myself. All right, let me show you a little bit of gameplay of me using this custom AK-47 that I made. All right, so here's the floor loot AK. As you can see here, I got the one guy down, but then the second guy got me. And this is pretty typical of what happens when I use a thing. I was never very happy with it. But then I built my own, and at close range, man, this thing actually wrecks. The amount of damage and the time to kill in the AK is one of the best in the game. And when you're running up on guys like these guys here that I have close to me right around the corner, this guy had an SMG, and I was able no problem to take him out. Now watch this guy. This is some good mid-range. When you learn to control the recoil pattern on this gun, it really works nice, and it hits so hard. This guy came out and started challenging me. Look who's down, look who's not. Man, like this thing hits hard and you can get used to using it and it works really nice. I know everybody loves the Kilo for how smooth it is, but it just doesn't hit like the AK does, man. The AK, it wrecks. Here I am in multiplayer and I'm just smoking guys. It only takes 2, maybe 3 bullets max to take them out. And like this thing really hits hard. It's a fun gun to use and you should try it. All right, so here's my AK-47 build. I'm using the monolithic suppressor. Pretty well use this on all of my guns. Sound suppression, damage range. It's always a go-to. For the barrel, I'm using the 23-inch Romanian barrel. Gives you some more damage range, bullet velocity, and recoil control, which on this gun with that initial kick up does help. For laser, I don't normally use tac lasers all that often, but on this one gives you ADS speed, aiming stability, and aim walking steadiness. And I actually find that this helped a lot more than some of the other perks that I normally use. For the optic, I'm using the Corp Combat Hollow. I just like how it looks when I'm shooting guys up close. If you like a little bit of zoom, the VLK is nice. You can also check out the Solo Zero, which really helps with target acquisition in the night modes and during the day if you're trying to find guys like in the woods and stuff far off. I am running a stock on this, the skeleton stock. And the reason why I'm using this is more ADS speed and aim walking movement speed. And I chose this only because an underbarrel is blocked by using that barrel. And this is one of the very few builds where I don't actually recommend running a magazine. I think it's the first time ever. The gun hits so hard that I don't really think you need the extra shots from like a 40 round mag. That's only 10 more than what you get normally with a 30 round mag anyway. I don't really find that it's needed. The reload speed is not terrible on this gun, so I don't find that ever hampered me. So check out the recoil pattern. When I just shoot it without trying to control it, it pretty well just does a straight line up, which is what makes it pretty easy to control, even with that. So look at that straight line up right there. Really not all that bad. Now I'm going to shoot right now and watch. I'm going to control a little bit. You get a little bit of buck initially, but then I can hold it pretty well in a straight line. And you see that? Now that's a pretty tight pattern. If you're shooting somebody far away, you're going to hit most of those shots. So if you work on controlling the recoil pattern like what I'm doing right here, you can get it to work. Once it goes up a little bit, but then you can pretty well control it. When you get used to it, man, you can use this thing and it'll make you pretty happy. All right, guys, that's my build. Give me your thoughts in the comment section down below. Love to hear what you think. Give this a try. Let me know if it worked for you or if you have a different way that you set it up that's really worked for you. And as always, guys, if you don't see me in Warzone, if you don't see me in multiplayer, it's only a matter of time, baby. King James out.